New season, new chapter, and same old rivalry. The first game of the WNBA season finally saw Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark trade more than words, with the unfortunate effect of their clash so far causing divides, lies, and investigations. Well, join me as I walk you through Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark's clash.
Wide open, you knew that Caitlin Clark was going to come in and take that foul.
First game, another clash. For a season that saw Angel Reese shove,
kicking it out, Evans fakes the three, takes the two, and knocks it down. A lot of contact. 50-50. 50-50.
whack.
Foul, I believe, to Angel Reese. Yep, across the head, and they will go to the monitor to review this one.
Yeah, that's right.
Reese is being reviewed for possible upgrade to a flagrant.
I think it'll be upgraded here.
And even celebrate her teammate shoving Caitlin recklessly.
Kennedy Carter now with 12 points off the bench.
The conversation during the off-season was how it was all water on the bridge and Caitlin Clark had to toughen up. Well, all of that couldn't last past the first game of the 2025 WNBA season. The highly anticipated game between the Indiana Fever and the Chicago Sky was the first game of the new season, and just like several million others, many expected nothing short of entertainment, and if for nothing but the battle between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. I mean, many expected their clash to be nothing but a basketball-related clash, and the best of two talents who made the most of their rookie season, and not to mention that Hailey Van Lith on the Sky's team was something to watch out for. Well, in any case, just like many expected, the game started off great. Angel Reese crossed Natasha Howard for a tough bucket, and Caitlin Clark immediately responded with a long-distance logo bomb.
Trying to play with so much pace. It's where Caitlin Clark excelled a season ago.
Angel Reese dives in and finishes through the contact.
Tyler Marsh wants more of that from her. Catching around that 15-foot area.
Clark connects! The first logo.
It was what everyone came to see, and at this point Angel had to respond. Unfortunately she did, but not how everyone expected.
Picked up the foul. Reese off on a three, and this time Boston secures the glass. Here's Mitchell, so speedy, dives!
At some point she was getting blocked.
Given some space, barges in and gets denied by Boston.
Missing easy layups.
A lot of time here. Banham flicks it ahead. Reese goes in, can't finish. Clark.
And getting pocketed.
Averaged a league record 13 per game last year. Bonner comes up with a steal. The veteran off to the races.
I mean, she called for a screen here, failed to use it, and drove right into a steal. Angel, however, made a three.
Here's Reese. Reese will fire the three and hit from down.
Though Caitlin, on the other hand, was touching the Sky's defense, making a mockery of Ariel Atkins' tough defense.
Passing and the way that makes her a threat from so many different places on the floor. Clark, little mid-range, is good.
And ending the first half of the game with a buzzer beater.
Here's Clark, 4 seconds left. Clark fires. You bet.
By the end of the first half of the game, she had 12 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 blocks, while Angel Reese had 7 points and 9 rebounds. The second half started even more exciting, with the first Angel and Caitlin battle happening after Angel missed 2 layups in a row, and Caitlin snatching the ball off her hand.
So, Reese spinning, couldn't pop it in, the O board, no. Another chance stripped away by Clark.
However, the real excitement for fans came when the Sky tried to get a bucket later on, and all hell broke loose.
Rebecca Allen, too strong on a three. And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlin Clark.
Reese was really looking to have more than words with Caitlin, as she was still going after Caitlin after the incident.
Always increased eyeballs, energy, and attention around the matchups between Reese and Clark, and Angel Reese.
Now, this was a flagrant foul and was ruled as one, but Caitlin, in her defense, was mad at the fact that Angel Reese got to push her Natasha without repercussion.
That Angel took exception to. So initially, Angel pushes Natasha Howard. Caitlin Clark points out the no call. Then she applies a hard foul on Reese. Reese gets up right away to get it.
In any case, after the clash, both of them had something to say about the incident. Caitlin and Angel respond. A 35-point blowout loss on the back of a Caitlin Clark record triple-double got many WNBA fans talking, however not as much as their clash. At the end of the game, Angel Reese replied with only 8 words when asked about Caitlin's flagrant foul on her. Basketball play, refs got it right. Move on.
Can you take us through the flagrant foul from your perspective? Just what you saw in that play, how you interpreted what happened.
Basketball play, refs got it right. Move on.
Angel Reese made no further comment, but Caitlin Clark, who avoided any clash on the court, had to let Angel and the world know that there was nothing malicious about her foul, and every basketball player knows that.
Walk me through your perspective on the flagrant foul. What was the point you were trying to make to her?
It's just a good take foul, you know. If either Angel gets wide open 2 points or, we send him to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it. It's just a good take foul. Every basketball player knows that.
Now, according to several other basketball players, both men and women, that was nothing but a common foul, with Jeff Teague even claiming she flopped.
That's not a bad foul.
But
look at the bench.
A lot of people didn't see the play before that.
I'm gonna keep it gangster with her. She flopped.
Yeah. And she pushed the girl first.
Yeah.
That's what people not seeing that. I don't like that shit. Niggas weren't watching the game. So,
bro, it's basketball. There are flagrant fouls. There are all types of stuff that happens in basketball. Stop being weird.
I know I like Angel Reese, but that's a flop. She just reached down and hit the ball. She ain't push you afterward.
Cheryl Swoops, however, claims it was a flagrant foul and that Caitlin was dirty. But neither Kenyon Martin, Nick Young, nor Gilbert Arena was having that.
I got no issue with none of it. It's just basketball soft as hell right now. On both sides of it. There ain't no damn flagrant foul, man.
That's not a flagrant? A hard foul?
No damn flagrant foul.
Angel's push was a lot harder.
Yeah, well, it was. Not the initial part, but Caitlin later on pushed her. It was.
I'm talking about the push before to get the
Angel's
push on
they've called.
They just trying to get control of the game. That's not a
No, they weren't. No.
It's not a foul.
They weren't trying to. Listen, they've called softer flagrant fouls in the NBA.
I said it's all soft.
So that's a flagrant foul.
That's not a flagrant foul.
Okay.
Nah.
Regardless, despite both Angel and Caitlin's response about the foul, it soon became clear that, like everything between Caitlin and Angel Reese, it soon got more than basketball, with lies and agendas flying around. Lies and truth. After the game, allegations of Indiana Fever fans racially abusing Angel Reese started to fly. Former WNBA player and sports analyst Chinny Oguwanike reported that players and coaches from the Chicago Sky heard racial slurs directed at Angel Reese.
Now, players and coaches of the Chicago Sky have said that they heard things that were out of bounds coming from the fans in Indiana during the game. And that caused the WNBA to launch an investigation into the matter.
The WNBA released a press statement condemning racism, hate and discrimination in all forms, and letting the world know that they were looking into the matter. The Indiana Fever also released a statement stating that it is committed to working closely with the WNBA to complete its investigation. Caitlin Clark also addressed the allegations, confessing that she didn't hear anything during the game because it was so loud, and is trusting the league's investigation. Angel Reese wasn't left out as she thanked the WNBA for supporting her before admitting that she personally didn't hear any slur directed at her during the game. I think the WNBA, our team, our organisation, has done a great job supporting me. I've had communication from everyone, from so many people across this league. Going through this whole process, it could happen to me, it could happen to anyone. Obviously, it's tough, but I think I have a great support system. I'm loved by so many people, and obviously, in the moment, it's hard to hear, but my support system is great, Angel Reese said. However, in a shocking turn of events, it appeared none of the Chicago Sky players or coaches heard any racial slur directed at Angel, as Oguwanike reported. The Sky's head coach, Tyler Marsh, revealed that he and his team first heard about the allegations at the same time as everyone else.
When did you become aware that there was hate speech that happened?
I think when everyone else did. I think that, you know, it's something that, you know, we heard about, and so, you know, again, we're just forthcoming with anything that the league is able to do investigation-wise.
So, who heard these allegations that the WNBA was investigating? Well, it turns out that the WNBA investigation was based on social media reports of Indiana Fever fans cheering after Angel Reese missed her free throw.
It's a flagrant, and then Chicago will maintain the basketball. Reese misses.
The supposed monkey noises were a Flight React's laugh track that has also been used later in the season during the Dallas-Atlanta game. It was just some distraction tactics and nothing racial. Well, unfortunately for Caitlin, all of this has done nothing but stain her and her fans' image, with other players in the league now looking for a fight with the superstar. No longer basketball. Seeing as Caitlin and her fans always have to be on the edge about being accused of every single bad thing in the league, players in the league are starting to use the opportunity to provoke Caitlin into acting out of character. You've got Atlanta Dream's Renee Howard chirping hard during their game against the Fever. And you should know that before the game, both #1 picks are cool off the court, but all of that chirping this season never actually bothered Caitlin. However, when games start to be no longer about basketball, she can only take so much, and NBA Hall of Famer duo Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce couldn't have said it any better. She just doesn't care about being the bigger person anymore.
I like watching the girls play, bro. It's intense. Caitlin Clark is off that shit now. She let it all slide the first year. They was pushing her and all that. She like, you know what?
I'm in here.
I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm here, and this is what it's gonna be this year. And she set the tone. I like that, though.
Caitlin Clark in her sophomore year is setting the tone for the rest of the league. It is going to be like her rookie year, where 17% of the WNBA's flagrant fouls were committed against her, with the Chicago Sky responsible for 80% of the flagrant fouls against the Indiana Fever's guard. She looks done being bullied and might start doing the bullying this time. In any case, a few WNBA fans have a thing or two to say about the Caitlin and Angel Reese clash, and according to a user, the flop was more flagrant than the foul. Another user commented, "I've never seen somebody flop so hard, then jump up and pretend they want to fight." Well, if you enjoyed this video, the next video on your screen is worth your time. And I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.